Hello, I'm Dr. Chaos. Welcome back to Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Last time we wrapped up the Dooley Sing memories and started the final dreadful crimes. But yeah, we have very few left, and then after this we'll obviously be moving on to the Jack the Ripper stuff. A locked room murder, interesting.
My write-up of that last crime was so ingenious that Purlock Publishing tossed me quite a tidy sum. I believe this next one will do even better.
It's baffling. The room was locked. How did the murder...
Well, obviously we're going to be looking at each of the floors. So poison. No signs of wound, no struggle, I'd assume poison. So he's basically a reviewer, and he's, you know, not exactly a nice one. So he's been here for a while then.
I should go back and ask about this.
So someone wanted to take him to, like, go to Florence.
I'm just the housekeeper, but Mr. Cashin was a dear friend. Each morning I bring him his coffee. Today his door was locked shut. My husband is the caretaker. We live downstairs. We have the keys to all the apartments, so after knocking, I became concerned and let myself in and found him like this. The lights weren't working. My husband didn't want to waste any candles, so we retired early.
Interesting.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
Mr. Cashin was a respected music critic, a very accomplished man.
Not sure how respected, but sure. So the lights were down.
Gone just like that, eh? He lived right next door and often came home from his concerts a bit drunk and singing at the top of his lungs. Drove my wife near crazy. Cashin had an eye for the ladies, no question. I was a bit jealous of him, frankly. I was down in the cellar fiddling with my experiments. I'm an amateur chemist. Henman let me set up a few experiments in the cellar.
Mr. Cashin is dead? I just saw him yesterday. He looked in the peak of health. If you ask me, he paid a bit too much attention to the caretaker's wife. Scandalous, really. They must have seen each other nearly every day. Last night I was knitting in that chair. Then I felt quite sickly and opened the window to clear my head. I certainly didn't hear anything.
Oh, I bet he put...
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
When the lights quit working yesterday, that sweet Mr. Golden handed out candles to everyone. He's such a nice man.
Oh. Interesting.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
That belongs to Mr. Golden. He's an awfully nice chap. We let him use our apartment during the day when my wife and I are out tending our shop. He likes to rehearse here where the light's better.
Oh, I bet he... So, and his thing then fell apart.
It's true. I loved him. He was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I worked very late. So did he. I only met him once or twice in the 2 years I've been living here. I was out giving a benefit recital for unemployed musicians. Several dozen people can attest to my whereabouts.
But you gave... But the poison can't... So I guess... I assume he made candles which basically were...
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
I use them to create an ambience when I hold private recitals.
And last night you handed them out to everyone. However, you that must have had it. So yellow candles made. This isn't exactly a basement, but whatever.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this. I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
Mr. Cashin's dead. Difficult to believe. He led a quiet life. Out at concerts most nights, shut up in his room writing the rest of the time. He must have been a lonely man. My wife felt sorry for him and helped him as often as she could. I'm in charge of the running and upkeep of the whole building, so I can get dirty now and then. I was just doing some work in the basement.
I mean, yeah, just there, so I can easily just take them off.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
I forgot to put it away after I fixed Mr. Golden's music stand yesterday morning. I left it there, and he came to give it back. The gas quit working yesterday. I don't know enough to fix such things safely myself. A man from the company is going to come by tomorrow.
So you left a... Yeah, I think Golden was the one who did it. So his recital, it came apart.
Ah, yes, be careful with that. It can be dangerous. It reacts badly with heat.
Yeah, I think it's this dude.
He destroyed an entire orchestra. All those musicians put out of work. A rancorous old man who had no talent or creativity of his own.
I suspect there was more to that mystery than meets the eye. I'm going to look into it.
So scathing reviews. He made a poison candle and used it to get rid of the man who he views as ruined his life. And I mean the fact that the caretaker's wife and the victim were in love, just coincidence. Don't think the caretaker actually realized it. That is interesting.
Here's an especially exciting one. Perfect for a penny dreadful.
A famous professor dies twice.
That's once more than usual. Twice as many sales.
Really?
My name will soon be known across the nation.
Dying twice is more than what normally happens? What gave you that idea? So surgical cut on his body.
It's so very awful. The professor died of an heart attack just days ago. Then tonight, I hear pounding at the door. I open it to find him bleeding and in pain. He tried to say something, then collapsed dead. Again. He kept repeating, Barkesso, Barkesso, over and over. What does it mean?
Interesting.
It's unthinkable. Such a great man. We were still in mourning from the burial. He was buried yesterday in the family plot.
You chose the wrong home to barge into. You've got some bloody nerve. You chose the wrong home to barge into.
So father didn't like wife. Well, potential wife. Fiance.
I believe I should re-interrogate a suspect.
It's a spider.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions. I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
So spider, I assume it lowered. So what the spider did was, its venom basically lowered the heart rate to make it seem like he had a heart attack.
Spider? Let's get that out of here. Emmett is definitely afraid of spiders. He got that a few days ago. Inside was a statue. I thought it was a marvel, but he told me it was quite common. I don't know who sent it.
My father was an eminent anthropologist and something of an
You chose
explorer.
the wrong home
He
to
made his name by
barge into.
investigating the practices of a small village in the Congo. His colleagues at the university often sent him trinkets from abroad.
You've got some
This
bloody
is
nerve.
no time to talk about the will. It is true that my father and my fiancée didn't get on, but I'm confident that once he got to know her as a daughter-in-law, they would have
You
become
chose
friends.
the wrong home to barge in. You can show yourself out now.
Leave and don't return. Okay, let's head on down to the cemetery. So someone sent him a spider, which I assume basically made him it. See what happens is this. It made it his heart rate, like it basically gave him the appearance of having a heart attack, but he still survived. Interesting.
A lovely man, and quite wealthy. I only wish he had lived to bless my alliance with his son. I'm sorry to hear about that. Do you know whether that change was actually made? I hoped you wouldn't find that. I'm afraid several of the faculty purchase cadavers for research purposes. It's a fact of university life.
Yeah, tranquilizer, so
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
interesting. So probably bit him and then he was basically
An eminent colleague. He wrote prolifically. Probably no one will ever amass the amount of knowledge he acquired. My thesis subject. My South American colleagues tell me that this particular arachnid is only found in the Bolivian Andes. Fascinating subject.
I should return and find out about this.
I'm most vexed about that. A rare specimen of the sort I've been studying for years. It escaped a few days ago, no doubt due to that scatterbrained assistant Virginia.
So yeah, I think Virginia didn't like him. My work theory right now is Virginia sent the stuff to him and, you know, to get him buried alive.
He revolutionized the field. It is my fond hope that I may inherit his mantle. I recently traveled to Africa in order to continue studies on the indigenous tribe Professor Bing discovered some time ago.
And his last was what? Pegasus.
I should return and find out about this.
Which one is that? Sorry, difficult to read. I've lost my spectacles somewhere.
I believe I should pay a return visit to someone.
He showed up again. First time that's happened in 35 years of grave digging. I saw the son lock the tomb myself.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
It's plain that 7 guineas is a lot for a bloke like me. I'm careful with me pennies and save for a rainy day. Body snatching? That's an insult. I'd be in the slammer quick as that if I got caught. So I sell a body or two on the side. A man's got to eat, ain't he? I broke the lock and left him on a barrow just behind his tomb. It was dark, couldn't really see. But some fella come by and carted the old professor off. It's muddy back there. You can nightly still see the tracks.
Ooh. What you get. So someone... outside ringing in my ear. That is painful. So saw, so cut into the dude then. Okay, so I think what happened is the dude took his body with the goal of cutting it open and eating his brain, in the hope that he would gain knowledge.
Yes, that's mine. I misplaced a similar one, possibly at the funeral. I was so upset.
Let's just quickly run back to Bing's home. Oh. Oh. So what I think happened, Wilson, he reads up on Bing's stuff. He is fully aware of all of his information. And he recently just sent the box to there. The spider was in the university and it went missing. But there's spots in the bowl that could easily be used to hide a spider. And it paralyzes. Something that this Wilson would know about. His plan, obviously, take the corpse and...
I required his knowledge in order to become the greatest anthropologist in the British Empire. And his beloved tribe of savages provided the method.
That Professor Silas was particularly cunning and gruesome. Mr. Raymond will be thrilled.
Okay, see, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's head down here then. '70s King's Head pups, 50 Queen Head. Sorry, 70 Crown, 76 King's Head. Oh my god, that's a lot of pups named the exact same thing. Okay, another mystery.
Hey! Someone help! Some trap found something down there. Looks like foul play.
One shoot businessman. Great height. Fall from a great height, so I'd assume up there then.
I heard a splash, and right quick pulled this bloke out of the shallows. Dead as a mackerel.
I live there now, if you can call it living. I lost my job, didn't I? No need for the likes of me when a machine can do the work.
Now that I've seen this, I should ask more questions.
Matthew Killian. Probably took the coat off.
A nice warm coat like that on a dead man? What do you expect? I snatched it before somebody else came along to nick it. Like you.
So I pulled up the dock to there, yeah. Hmm? It definitely would have fallen. Fallen, or was more like it was pushed by someone. Yeah, yeah.
Hey! Someone help! Some trap found something down there. Looks like foul play.
Oh, come on, I have to do that again. But yeah, assume his shoe, that's his shoe up there. So let me just quickly run through and...
I should return and find out about this.
I heard. A nice...
Yeah, I don't think the dude that is that he murdered the dude. I think it just, you know, corpse fell down and may as well get everything we can to help our own survival. Oh, it's a pocket rock.
I wonder if someone could tell me more about this.
The midnight train? That must be the 616. Stops in the station down the road. If you hurry, it might still be there.
Okay, let's see then. Thank you for the cart. It's already there. That will make my job a hell of a lot easier. Okay.
You better hurry. It's leaving right now.
Start at the front.
It was a typical evening. As far as I knew, nothing unusual happened until you came aboard with this story of a murder. I was tidying up in the passenger car. Around midnight, Vivian ran through. She thought someone was looking for her. Just another wealthy passenger. They're all pretty much the same.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Nothing unusual. A couple of passengers came in and had a sort of business meeting. One of them was buying a lot of drinks for the other, and then they started to argue. But Vivian went over and joshed them out of it. Oh, well, it's a noisy train. Plenty of passengers have trouble getting to sleep, so I keep sedative here behind the bar, yeah? Peter, nice bloke. Came here after being sacked from a foundry a few months ago. I'll tell you, he looked white as a ghost after he served the businessman.
So, quick thing. Is Peter the... Interesting.
Odd thing was, some noises on the roof woke me up briefly. You say someone was thrown from up there? You have to be a very strong fella to drag someone up onto the roof. Vivian had another of her dupes in her compartment by then. After that, I remember people going past me from time to time, but I was half asleep. Killian was on this train. Cool. I used to work in his foundry. I never even seen him. None of us workers ever knew what he looked like. Peter worked with me at the foundry. He's a very strong bloke. I got my arm mangled in one of the damn machines they put in. Then Killian sacked the old crew. Peter, he helped me get hired as train staff.
Interesting. Very interesting. Issue.
Killian. We had business dealings in the past. It was a pleasant surprise to discover him on this train. I suppose there were some disagreements, but there always are when a great deal of money is involved. I felt unusually tired and came back here to get some sleep.
Mr. Wolf had a few with Mr. Killian. Then the young lady invited herself over to have a glass with him. Mr. Wolf became terribly tired, even though he'd only had one drink. He toddled off to bed well before midnight. I stayed in the dining car for a few drinks with the barman. Mr. Wolf bought him drink after drink. Then they got angry. But the young lady come over, and it's obvious that Mr. Killian was interested in a rendezvous, like. Around about 11:30, Killian and her left together. I've been Mr. Wolf's valet for going on several years. He's frail and needs a man like me to help him about.
Sam, he's a trusted valet. He's terrifically strong, which makes him useful in many situations.
So Peter or Sam at this point? I'm leaning towards Peter. Because Peter looked shocked when he saw him, which suggests that Peter is aware of the past.
Nothing unusual at all. I had a drink with some gents and then retired to my sleeper. The rich fella, I did talk with him. Very charming. But a single woman has to be careful, you know? Did something happen to him?
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Oh, all right. I flirt with rich blokes and the barman slips them a mickey. I take them back to my sleeper and they nod off before I have to do anything shameful. They wake up thinking they had a night of fun and hand me a few quid. That's what happened with Mr. Killian, but he was gone when I come back from looking for the man who left the note.
Well now, I didn't ask about this.
Someone slipped a note under my sleeper door a few minutes before midnight. It said I should come to the dining car. I went, but only Ryan and Wolf's man were there, and they were both drunk.
Ryan and Wolf. Man. So you, yeah. And you went to sleep.
You mean the young lady? She and Killian hit it off famously. Embarrassing, really.
That one. Clever little minx. She and the barman got a little scam going. I think everyone on the staff knows about it.
She's a frequent passenger, that one. Hangs about with the wealthier sort. Likes to entertain them, if you take my meaning. Yeah, I helped Vivian fleece the dupes. I slipped a pill in the wine for the table. Both gents got sleepy, but Vivian picked the richest one.
It was you, wasn't it?
She rides the train often. She's very friendly with the other passengers.
I think it was you. You know, like it's all the staff.
I gave him what he deserved.
Yeah.
The man was heartless.
People got fired. He didn't like that. People were fired and injured. Replaced with machines. That dude didn't like it.
I believe something larger is afoot. A lot of murderous anger concerning industrialists. Might be something to look into.
Off to the click with you.
Okay. Cool. Well, not cool that someone died, but cool that we solved it. Now we have 2 to do. I think I'll bring us to this one between episodes, and we'll start it at the beginning of the next one, then we can quickly teleport down to the other one. Okay. But yeah, and I thank you all for watching. See you all next time. Goodbye.